Hey, I'm Gory Movie.
And I'm Dusty.
And we're Horror Addicts.
You are.
And we're gonna go see Ready Player One. I know what you're saying, but Gory, that's not a horror movie. Well, you're wrong, because I have insider information that Chucky's in it, Freddy Krueger's in it, the Christine Carr's in it, and I've heard rumors that there's a lot of The Shining in it in tribute to Stanley Kubrick. So, it counts, guys.
And it's more sci-fi, which is more my alley.
Absolutely. So I'm super stoked to see this. I'm excited about all the pop culture references. I read the book. I listened to the audiobook. I loved both of those. So I'm stoked. This is going to be amazing.
Let's go see it.
Let's go. Hey, I'm Gory Movie. This is my brother Dusty, and we just saw Ready Player One. And it was?
One of the best movies of the year.
It was freaking awesome is what it was. I will say that if you've read the book, it is very different than the book. And as far as like the challenges go, and certain events in the book are very different. All the challenges are completely different, but there are little homages to them in the movie, like a poster of Joust. I'm sure I missed a reference to War Games. They're all very different, but the challenges they do instead are still really good. Well, one of the challenges is pretty much the same.
Well, they need to do it that way, because the challenges in the book, I don't know, translate the movie very well. And the ones they did were very good on the big screen.
Well, I would have loved to see Joust on the big screen. Come on, giant birds like laying eggs. That game is so weird.
Yeah, but you want to watch 8-bit pixels on the movie screen? I'd rather see King Kong.
It could have been cool, but I did like that race. That race was hella cool. And I'm really glad we didn't have to watch them live through the entire movie of War Games. The Shining was so awesome. I'm gonna tell you the horror movie references I caught, and seriously, this whole movie is Easter egg packed, so I know I've missed a ton.
I'm sure you can watch it 10 times and not see it all.
Yeah, obviously The Shining is a big one. The whole challenge that was War Games is now The Shining, and it's so funny.
Trying to spoil it?
I'm not going to spoil it, but I will just say, if you love The Shining, if you've seen it, it's really funny. You're gonna see a lot of the cool stuff from that movie that you love. Some other horror Easter eggs in there were the Christine Carr.
My favorite one, Battletoads.
That's not horror.
I'm a sci-fi geek.
Okay, we're talking horror movie references, Dusty. What other horror movie references? Chucky?
Jason?
Freddy
Krueger?
The box that the Mogwai is from in Gremlins.
I didn't see that.
And then there's also Mechagodzilla, King Kong. A reference...
Is that a horror?
Kind of. They're giant monsters. Mm-hmm. There's also Mad Balls. Danny's gonna love that one. Freaking Mad Balls had a big part in it. I loved Chucky's part in it.
The Smurfs?
I didn't see the Smurfs. What are some other references that are just fun that are not necessarily horror? I did see the Battletoad. That was cool. Serenity from Firefly.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was cool.
But like that's sci-fi, not horror.
I'm seeing other ones now.
Okay.
What other
Tracer?
ones?
That's a good one for.
That's cool.
You know what Tracer is?
Yeah.
Alright.
Akira, that was cool. Obviously, there's tons of Back to the Future in here.
Yeah.
Tons. If you love Back to the Future, there's Indiana Jones. Even the score is original, but the score is just littered with little audio Easter eggs to tons of these movies that you love from the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Mm-hmm. The only thing I love the movie. The only thing I think they could have really done better on was the music.
I liked the music.
Well, I just felt like during the race, there could have been some good music, but there was no music.
I agree with that. I did like a lot of the pop and rock songs, so they had lots of fun songs from the 80s. Like I love We're Not Gonna Take It by Twisted Sister, Jump by Van Halen. They had Blue Monday in there, and that played during a scene that was very much like when Blue Monday played in The Wedding Singer. I mean, it's just tons of just nerd stuff in here that you guys are gonna love. The only thing I personally didn't like about it, and it's my complaint about the book too, so it's fairly similar, is the romance does not work for me at all. It's like they meet each other and then instantly he's in love with her. And
well,
every time he says
is
it,
a nerdy boy, and he's never been with a girl before, so he fell for her pretty damn quick because he is a geek.
You know, you make a really good point there. But yeah, every time he says it, it's a little groan-worthy. But he even kind of mentions it at one point. But it's got a lot of heart in it, a lot of feels. So I think it's a great movie. I love the characters, especially left H. H is really funny.
Yeah, I love H.
Yeah, and
I like IROC's voice. I think I have a really good voice for IROC.
Yeah, it's the same guy who T.J. Miller, who was in Deadpool. He's hilarious in this.
Yeah, they got a really good voice for IROC. Even Artemis, the way they modeled her and designed her, I think it was spot on.
Yeah, I think they did great. All the actors were great. I really enjoyed them. They had a really charismatic cast. This was so much fun. There were parts in it where everybody in the theater was laughing. There were parts in it where everybody was on the edge of their seats. It's a theater experience.
It's these days it's hard to see the whole theater laugh.
Yeah.
And that happened here. So.
And there were so many moments where people were just like bawled over laughing. It was a really great time. And this was fun. This was just a great, fun, shared experience.
Next time I think I might go see it. I'm going to see it again, but probably earlier in the day because it was packed.
Yeah, it was packed. And for once, that didn't bug me. It was really fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to say see it in the theater. See it more than once in the theater if you can, because it's such an experience. And definitely when this one becomes available to own it. This is such an ownable movie. This is a movie that's going to have so much rewatch value. I can say this is just a movie I love and I want to see again.
Yeah, there's going to be times where I want to be hitting that pause and just looking at all those characters and zooming in. And
it's one of those wonderful movies that you just kind of want to crawl into and live inside for a bit, and Spielberg does that better than anybody. So I loved it.
And what a great director, because they even mention him in the book and now he directs the movie.
Yes.
So, perfect.
Yeah, I'll probably take Danny to it when we get back from spring break, because we're visiting Dusty for spring break right now, so I have a different co-host, not a horror geek. I will say, there are characters in this who are also not horror fans, who are subjected to horror movie type experiences, and seeing them just blindly go through things, not knowing the things that we horror fans love. I'm being very vague here, but you'll know it when you see it. So reminded me of you. For instance, the time you called Leatherface Skinface.
It suits him.
So that's it for our thoughts. If you guys have seen the movie, leave a comment below letting us know what you thought of it. And if you want to see more of these Let's See movie review vlogs, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And subscribe.
Later.
Yeah.